Yo, haven't had a video like this in a while. Been putting everything together, looking for a good way to present it, and the topic is going to be what's going on in CrossFit right now. Eric Rose is gone. Games are starting. Things are here, there, and everywhere. By the looks of everything, it kind of started when Greg Glassman left. I very much compare this to mom and dad. You're growing up, you got mom and dad, right? And mom and dad only want you to know what you got to know. They don't want to throw the harsh truths at you. The harsh truths are, taxes and things going wrong in the world, and you just want to be a kid. You want to live your life, and you want to not mess yourself up mentally and all that stuff. So mom and dad are there to protect you. To an extent or degree, I think that's kind of what's happening with CrossFit. What I can speculate, and I got only a few reasons to think that these things are true, but one of them is the Monster deal. So Monster's coming along and they're sponsoring athletes. And when Greg Glassman was at the helm, there was a giant thing where the NSCA, the National Strength and Conditioning Association, was trying to legalize their trainers. And when you have something put out like that, then it would make it illegal for CrossFit to have their training certification and their trainers. And Greg Glassman was the guy who was fighting all that. Greg Glassman made his tweet. If you saw what he was trying to do, he was just throwing out what he thought was the truth, whatever the hell you think might be the truth there. But he wasn't trying to be racist. It wasn't something that he did. He was getting all this backlash and get out of the company, you're out. They were trying to cancel Greg Glassman. You know what? At a certain point in time, when you're only trying to do good, I do believe that you get kicked in the dick. And Greg Glassman was kicked in the dick so many times in relation to things like this that he's like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to sell my company. It's worth a bunch. I curated this thing. You guys all love it, right? You all love it. That's why it's worth so much, because you give me all this freaking money. And when it's worth all this much money, then I'm going to take it, because you guys are giving me a hard time now. All you people who I put this thing out there, you're giving me a hard time? All right, let's see. I'm going to start looking around. And it kind of seems to me as if the powers who may be in cahoots with the NSCA might have bought CrossFit. And why do I say that? I say that because Eric Roza clearly wasn't the guy who bought CrossFit. He wasn't the CEO. He was more or less the cool dude. The cool dude is the guy who you throw in place of everybody and go, oh, everyone is used to CrossFit having a CEO. They're like, oh yeah, it's Greg Glassman. Cool, Greg Glassman, this is what he does. He stood for this stuff. And when you have an entire group of people who are used to one dude, that dude being Greg Glassman, you gotta put a new dude in there. The things that people didn't like about Greg Glassman was he didn't look the part. He was an older guy. He wasn't in great shape. And, he said things that were off kilter. And here's Eric Roza, who's a clean-cut dude, who's a super wealthy businessman, created this company. He does CrossFit. He's got a sub-3-minute friend. He's, all this stuff. It's just coincidence that this guy was put here, happened to have all this money at the right time, and just wanted to save it all. I don't know. I think it should be in the back of your head that there might have been a group of people thinking about this, saying, all right, this is the guy that everyone's going to like, if they just look at him and say, oh, cool guy, yeah. Sub-3-minute friend. He's one of us. We want one of us to be the leader. Now, you find out eventually that he owns 1% of the company. He didn't buy the company for $1 billion or whatever. He got a part of it along with a bunch of other people. And a bunch of other people who have a lot of money look a lot like something, maybe Monster. Maybe the company that owns Monster, which I believe is Coca-Cola. Coke owns. Coke has CrossFit now under its wing, and now it can do whatever the hell it wants with the NSCA because they work with one another. These people all work with one another, and it goes all the way back to that happening, and it comes all the way to present day where, all right, Eric Rose, you know what? We may or may not have had a plan to say, oh, Dave Castro's out, Eric Roza kicked out Dave Castro. It pissed off everybody. We didn't want him because Dave Castro was one of the last remaining threads there that tied we do what's right, we stand up for us, we don't do what we have the best interest in the mind of a company for. Dave Castro had integrity of somebody who's he sees something wrong and he's going to stand up for it. Not, oh, CrossFit has a bunch of investors now, so we got to make a bunch of money and we got to play nice with Coca-Cola and the NSCA. Dave Castro won't do that. That's not his game. So you know what? The guy who we put in charge, just because, he played the part at the time, is gone. Get rid of him. because this is a perfect opportunity to kick out the guy that would, interfere with our plan of being a wealthy company and playing along with Coca-Cola. Bye, Eric Rosa, see ya. You know what? We'll make you a chairman of the board. What the fuck does that mean? Where's the new CEO? If you think that there's no one there telling everybody what to do at this point, then you're out of your mind. At some point, they're going to announce a new CEO. And will that guy have any more or less power than anybody else? It's no, because there's a group of people, and then there was, Eric Rosa, and he was the puppet. He was the guy who was like, oh, I'm gonna send everybody an email and the CrossFit stuff, because it's what you guys wanted, right? Greg Glassman didn't do anything. You know what he did do is he allowed the CrossFit affiliates to stay open. He stood up for you guys, and he was honest to himself. Now, what does CrossFit Inc. do? CrossFit Inc., what they do is they try to do everything for everybody, which when you do everything for everybody, it also pisses off everybody because you can't make everybody happy. CrossFit Inc., you can't do it. If Greg Glassman gets in trouble for saying one thing, you know what? There was a subset of people who understood what he was doing when he was doing it, and then the other subset of people were the ones who wanted to speak up, and he goes, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm out. Give me all the money. I don't care. I'm going to go do my thing somewhere else because Greg Glassman's real smart. Greg Glassman's going to go do something somewhere else. How he wants to do it. He's going to take a different route because apparently this route, didn't work out. So he's going to go do something somewhere else. He's already doing something somewhere else. What's Greg Glassman up to? We'll see. It's going to be cool. And he's probably going to do it without the needs of everybody clamoring for whatever the hell that they want, inclusivity-wise. Because I ran a CrossFit affiliate, and I loved everybody who came in the door. Someone walked up to the gym, like, oh, cool, you want to work out? Yeah, this is our membership. You're more than welcome to join. Didn't care who it was. I could tell you that I didn't like the people who wanted to throw their knowledge at me. Like, well, this isn't how you should be teaching a squat. Then I'm not a fan of yours. But that wasn't me not being inclusive. That was me just picking on personalities. Like, shut up. You're here to be part of the ship. This is how this ship runs. I'm the freaking, what the hell is it called? The captain of the ship. I'm the captain of the ship, and this is how the ship sails. And if you don't like the way that we're doing things here, go to a different ship. You don't like CrossFit, and you don't like the way that Greg Glassman runs CrossFit, go do something else. You don't have to have Greg Glassman doing things your way. And because you did, this is the ship that we're in now. We're in the ship where everyone's trying to be happy with everybody. Nothing makes sense. And you don't know what's going on because mom and dad are doing what's best for you. My take. Hope you like it. Andrew Hiller, goodbye.